YouTube and Facebook, Blue Dooley, on January 1st, 2020. A year I hope goes a lot better than last year. Last year went okay, and then it kind of didn't. I don't want to get into it too much because being a downer doesn't really help anything. So, on to good things. Good thing number one. Wife got me a 3D printer. An Ender 3 Pro, which is currently running the little test print. It's a dog. I'm not sure what kind of dog, just a cartoon dog as a test print. Does look like it needed to adjust how close the nozzle sits to the bed a little better. But otherwise, it's a lot quieter than I thought. It doesn't stink like I thought. So, all pluses on that. Putting it together and setting it up, well, putting it together was pretty easy. Setting it up, it took a little rereading to get things kind of figured out. The directions could be maybe a little more clear in a few areas, but overall, first impressions, it's awesome. It's just awesome. Also, I'll grab the camera here, move in. So, it's at 43%. And there's two Hulks looking on. I found some kind of reasonably priced shelving to get over here, mainly for the 3D printer, and it gets the Torment and the Wheelie King and the wife's HPI Adventure Power Wagon now, kind of out of the kitchen peninsula, which was annoying the wife to no end. Excuse me. The in-laws have got me and the wife matching Nerf Ultra Blasters, battery operated and super cool. So now the wife and I can have Nerf gun fights under fully automatic. So the printer's printing away. Like I said, it's really quiet. I'm not sure how noisy it's going to sound on the camera, but to me, just sitting in the office with the door closed, the noise isn't too bad. I can turn on some music and hardly even notice that the camera's running. She got me 2 1-kilogram spools of filament. So now I'll put you back here on the desk. So I've downloaded Blender and a 3D CAD program, or a free CAD program, that I'll need to watch some videos to learn how to use. I used Blender once a few years ago to try to do some 3D art, and it's probably been updated so much since then I wouldn't remember how to use any of it. Anyways, projects wise, the snowplow, still waiting for to get some parts put together before I get really started on it. The grand hauler, the paint and the details, I'm just not happy with them. I got some clear decal film from, I don't remember where, but no matter how I printed them or what font we used, they just never quite looked right. So I was like, well, we'll go get a kind of a more expensive paint pen with a real fine tip. Wife is an English teacher and has really nice penmanship, so I thought, well, maybe she can do the lettering on the truck. And she misjudged how much room she needed on one door, so that didn't turn out quite well. And the other side, I think the dog nudged her arm a little too much for attention and just messed up some letters. So we'll have to do some sanding and repainting on that again. I want it to look a certain way, and it's just not getting there. So the CXT, just actually waiting for a little bit drier weather so I can finish up the body work on that and get the paint matched paint sprayed down on it. It's pretty much almost all assembled. I'll need to glue the little light lenses on the visor. The couple of lights on both front fenders need glued back into place. Still need to fix a window, but otherwise it's done. The fuel tank, steps, and air tanks are all mounted up to it. It looks super good even without the exhaust stack or the mirrors on it yet. So yeah, real pleased with the way that's coming. And the snowplow just needs some parts. Then that'll be getting started here, and then because I just have, well, honestly shit luck, On the way over to the in-laws' house for Christmas, or on the way back, the front main seal started leaking on the dually, so that needs fixed now. There's some other things I wanted to do to it last year and just never had the time to get to, so I think come March, when the wife is on spring break and I can use her car to get back and forth to work, I'm going to have James come over and another friend, and I'm just going to yank the motor right out of the truck, get it in the garage so I can change the front seal. Since I got it out of the truck, I'll probably take the flywheel off and change the rear main seal just because I'm in there. The truck doesn't really have, well, it doesn't even have 200,000 miles on it, but it's 22 years old. So, I mean, I'm in there, might as well change it. I'll change the oil pan gasket. Again, it's out of the truck, and you have to jack the motor up a certain amount anyways just to get the oil pan out of the way so you can change the gasket. So I'll get it changed. I have head studs I need to put into it, so I'm thinking I might just see about finding maybe a heavy duty head gasket, and then I can just pull the head completely off, throw the old head gasket away, check the cylinder walls, then bolt it all back together. And I'd like to throw a camshaft in it, so keep an eye out for videos of that. Again, it probably won't be until March, maybe later, depending on the work schedules of myself and James and another guy I know. Well, actually a guy who's married to one of the ladies my wife works with at the high school. He actually works out at Kenworth, so I think between the three of us we could probably yank the motor out, clean it up, fix it, and probably put it back together in maybe a weekend or 3 days. Again, depends on how busy we are. Now that the holidays are over, I'm hoping work gets back to normal because, yeah, I mean, it's cool to have Wednesday off, but at the same time, I don't want to work Saturday because I have today off. I'd just rather have my 2-day weekend instead of having a day off in the middle of the week and throwing the schedule off completely. Work is still super busy. I mean, we got stuff scheduled out to March now, which is unusual because usually in the wintertime construction kind of goes down to nothing, but I think we have 6 or 7 jobs tomorrow that need delivered, and then same for Friday, and we'll probably have to run a couple of Saturday just to make sure we're kind of caught up. But I hope everyone had a good Christmas, or Kwanzaa, or Hanukkah, winter solstice, Happy New Year, and yeah, keep an eye out for some new videos. Hoping to have some cool stuff coming out for you this year, and we'll catch you in the next one. As always, click like and subscribe, and hope everybody's hangover from New Year's isn't too bad. I didn't do nothing for it, so I don't have a hangover.